It is assessed that about 74% of the global remaining conventional oil reserves and about 70% of the global gas reserves stack within the so-called strategic ellipse. Against this background, this region, including Russia, the Caspian Sea, the Middle East, and North Africa, is with no doubt of a special interest. As a consequence of the global character of matters of energy supply, the global supply grid might lose stability, accompanied by growing dynamics of interaction within the international system. Furthermore, the foreign policies of states might become even more pragmatic due to energy shortages, and energy-rich states and regions might become of growing interest within the international system. In this context, we have also to recognize that claims on energy resources on the Arctic are not yet solved and need our attention. Nuclear energy could become one of the inevitable substitutes for oil in a number of countries. This might apply not only to neighbors, friends, and partners, but also to critical states. That means that the international community has to take possible growing nuclear proliferation into account. In order to compensate oil shortages, useful rural areas might fall into competition between energy solutions and food production. In the light of peak oil, we are well advised to identify relevant critical energy infrastructures and to find ways to securing them. Peak oil will of course not exclude the military. The operational readiness of forces, and that is our focus, still depends in large part on the availability of fossil fuels. Most of aircrafts, ground vehicles, ships, weapon systems depend on petroleum for oil. We are very well advised to investigate possibilities of changing the forces towards fossil independency, especially the timelines and technical limits. From a technical standpoint, a number of alternative fuels can meet military requirements, but it is uncertain how much these fuels will cost and what effect they may have on the environment.